It occurs to me documenting this shit might be helpful. I found myself cracking up. Here's my manuscript on the wall. Let's see, can I switch the frame at all? Nah, I can't switch the frame. All right, going backwards. We're gonna catch the spirit when it moves, because perhaps this is it. Perhaps this is all joy is paying attention to the spirits. And didn't my mama teach me that you can't hold back the tide of life? Even though I would like my joy to be a young, perky, pretty young thing. Let's see. Prince and Aretha and Whitney would tell me to get off my ass and start making something, because heartbreak don't do shit for me unless I make it art. But I want to let y'all know that when I was in love, it was sparkly as fuck. But okay, ghost, come on and come and sit on me now. I feel it. All right? Because sometimes the ghost just won't leave. Sometimes it's just going to hang around because, you know, you're sitting there dreaming about future us, even though future us is no longer a thing. But this grief in particular, ooh, didn't make you a quick, unnecessary swallow of something, even though you were going to forgive it for making you a bite in the first place. You thought you were the hook, baby, but you were just waiting to be consumed. You just wanted to be consumed. You made yourself a plum in her mouth. Oh, my God. Maybe because she was mad at you. Maybe because you was locked in. Maybe because you wanted anything to fill you up. And so first you became your best self. That's what you did. You shut your mouth, learned to be quiet sometimes as best as you could. Sometimes you asked for it. You asked for a man to mold you into new shapes to try to alleviate some of the pain. Sometimes you thrust all the sweetness down because, God damn it, if the butterflies and the hummingbirds can do it, why can't you? But that's what Prince taught you. The ghost known as Prince is just sitting in your left knee being like, listen, everybody does something to get through this thing called life. Because this thing called life is some bullshit, ain't it? It's like a perfect avocado, man. They wait for it to ripen, and then they fucking be like, all right, now I'm going to put the seed back in the ground and make it grow again. But, ooh, you a little too ripe. Ooh, you a little not ripe enough. You too much, not enough, all that shit. Because, ooh, let's just say, blessed be the dumb fucks who are in charge right now. Because, Lord, in Whole Foods on a Tuesday, this white man gonna ask me for some shit. Like, I am waiting for a man to come and help me raise these children. But I'm not. You know why? Because they won't. But I'm gonna rear this child anyway. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rear this child right. Because I don't face death. I don't face death to make it happen. I sure did. Because you know what blood taught me? Blood taught me that motherfucker got a court in me too. Ain't that some shit? It is the apocalypse. There's not enough time to mourn. All the motherfuckers gonna be out right now. And it doesn't help to have second sight. Second sight was not the gift you thought it was gonna be, bitch. It sure wasn't. You are just gonna become your own little bit of a haunting. Ain't that wild now? Because let me tell you, there is a list of things that are not right and still not okay. Thank you, Whitney. I could tell you from the president on down, it's done been fucked. But guess what? Remember when you used to roller skate? Remember when you used to just pick yourself the fuck up and keep going? That was some shit. You know who you learned that from? I learned that from models like Aretha Franklin, who would learn to shut the fuck up. Learn to be who she needed to be when she needed to be it. And maybe that's not the best thing. But when you are run away from that whole life, you got to do what you got to do. Because sometimes the mama that raised you says some fucked up shit. And it's hard to get over. Frankly, it's hard to get over. You got to run away from that shit. That's right. So let's see. Where we at? I can't breathe. And then she gonna die and have some traumatic ass last words. Ain't that wild? But guess what? That don't mean you need to be calling down her ghosts. Calling down her ghosts ain't going to help. So maybe you just like your mother. Maybe you're going to go out just like your mother. So you might want to do what you can while you can. And stop paying so much attention to what she did and did not do. That's right. Because you was a thirsty little bitch. That's right. You were thirsty when you was a baby. You was hungry all the time. You done starved to death nearly a good few times. And guess what? Your mama did care, even though she didn't care the way you thought she should care. And even though she told you all her ghosts and all her secrets and all that shit, ain't that wild? You know all your mama's business. You shouldn't know all your mama's business, but we gonna make a myth out of it. We gonna let her live her life. We're gonna let her be who she needs to be, because she was brilliant And she taught you to dream. She taught you that poetry could take you anywhere. And bitch, you can't buy that shit off the internet. That's for sure. Even though your name is Amber, I'm sorry, Amber Alert was not for you, boo. That man was coming for your ass, and he got your ass. And they try to pretend like it didn't happen, and that sucks. And guess what? That jumpsuit you wore for years, that was trauma. That was trauma. That was trauma showing up. The jumpsuit you got raped in, wearing it for years and years until it didn't fit no more. That's trauma. That's undealt with trauma right there. That's what that was about. So that's what that's about. But guess what? Them ghosts can crawl up in your bed, whether you ask for it or not.